Welcome to our Facebook Live. We're just going to give it just a minute or two for others to come in so they can not miss out on any of the hopefully good teaching. Today we had our first really big cold front come through Dallas. It has been 80, 90 degrees here for so long, so we're all excited about having some cold weather. It's actually supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow morning, so that's quite cool. I hope all of y'all have been having some great homeschooling going on. We have been very busy here in Dallas at our school. Lots of children, lots of good learning. Today we had a professional pianist come, and that was really, really fun. We try to have a guest speaker every month, and this was great, great fun. Well, I think that we are probably just about ready to get started. And I want to say hi to Shanzi, and thank you so much for inviting me to come and talk to you all tonight at the on this Facebook Live. And I hope that you all enjoy it very, very much. I'm June Campbell, founder of Campbell Christian Academy in Dallas, Texas. And I'm the author of Pure Phonics, which is my online reading course that over 15,000 children have used to learn how to read all across the world. And not one of those children has developed or been diagnosed with dyslexia or any other form of reading disorder. But before I tell you anything else, I want to congratulate you all on homeschooling. Homeschooling is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it should be the greatest time of your life. And it should be something that you and your children look back at and talk about in years to come. But that is if you get off to the right start. That's exactly why I'm here tonight, is to show you how you can get off to the right start and what you should do to get off to the right start. I'd love for you to comment as I am speaking. I'm not going to stop though in the middle of things and answer questions, but I will answer questions towards the end, about the last 10 minutes of our session. We are going to have a special giveaway tonight that's valued at $399, so it's going to be a very nice giveaway, and everyone is going to be given a discount code for $100 off of any one of our courses. And if you would like to do that, you can go to our website, not our website, our email, and it is Campbell Academy Online at gmail.com. And you can send us an email with your name, your child's age, and your email address, and we'll send you the code. So here we go. I was a homeschooler before anybody even knew that anybody could homeschool. I guess you could kind of call me a pioneer in homeschooling. I had taught high school for 10 years before that. I taught ninth grade English, journalism, and speech. And each year, the kids came in and they were terrible readers. They were terrible at writing. They couldn't even write a basic 5-sentence paragraph. Their spelling was awful. Their punctuation was awful. And the problem was that they just hadn't been taught how to read from the get-go. And they had just been passed on year after year after year. So it was really impossible for me to teach them what I was supposed to teach them in ninth grade English. There was no hope for teaching an essay or anything like that. So I decided to quit after 10 years of trying really, really hard. And I knew from what I had seen that if I didn't teach my own children to read and do math and all the basics, that nobody else was going to. So I decided to homeschool. And now in my 50 years of teaching, yes, 50 years I've been teaching, I taught my own children to read by Pure Phonics. I taught my grandchildren, and I've taught thousands and thousands of other children to read all over the world with Pure Phonics. And why with Pure Phonics? Because it's the right way to learn, and reading is everything. Yes, reading is absolutely everything. You must teach your children to read before you do anything else. I'd been teaching my own children to read at night while I was teaching high school during the daytime. And I was teaching them math as well. And I thought that when I first started officially homeschooling, I thought, well, I've got to teach all the other subjects. You know, I've got to teach science, I've got to teach art, I've got to teach history, I've got to teach all these things because that's what they do in the school. And well, I fell for it. I went out and I bought a very expensive curriculum, spent hundreds of dollars on it, and brought it home, and we started working on it. And I thought, wow, this is so incredible. My children are going to be so brilliant when they get through with this. But I was sorely wrong. I noticed that I had to, we were spending 8-9 hours a day going through all of this stuff. I wasn't happy, the kids weren't learning, and they were miserable, to be very honest with you. One day my husband came in and he said, June, what are you thinking? Or are you thinking? And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, you know, how much science can a child learn if he isn't a great reader? And I said, you got a point there. And he said, and how much history can a child read if he can't read well? And I said, well, not very much. And he said, and even how many word problems in math can he read if he's not a good reader? And I said, yep, I understand. So he said, I think you ought to just throw it all away. Just get rid of it and go back to teaching reading and writing and grammar and math and spelling, the basics. Those are the things. And if you'll teach the kids those basics, the sky will be the limit when it's the right time to add in all the other courses. So I did. And that was one of the happiest days of my life. And it was certainly a very happy day for our children. Math is crucial to learn, and just like reading, there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to teach it. And so tonight, though, we're only going to be talking about reading, but if you'd like to look at our website, which is Campbell Academy Online.com, you'll be able to look and see at our other math courses as well. Okay. I am going to use my Pure Phonics 1 course to show you tonight how to get your child off to the right start. But, and if you have already have a struggling reader, go ahead and follow the exact system that I'm telling you. Go back to the very beginning and master every step along the way. Sticking with each lesson and mastering every lesson teaches your child a work ethic and a self-discipline. And that is something they really have to learn. It will stick with them the rest of their lives if they learn it now. And this means that your child has to learn that there are things that he has to do, and he has to work hard to do them. He has to understand that there's going to be things that he has to complete, and he must do it. And the funny thing is about it is he's going to have fun learning, and he's not even going to know that he's building this work ethic and this self-discipline. It's just going to be a natural thing, and he's going to end up having a lot of fun and learning how to read as well. And he's going to love learning. Before I show you the Pure Phonics, though, I want to make perfectly clear that phonics is the only way to teach a child to read. Don't get caught up in this sight method business. Some of you may be standing on your ear about this point, me saying that, but Pure Phonics is the way to go. And when I say Pure Phonics, I mean not phonics based, which is a mixture of phonics and the sight method. Let me back up a minute. You might not know what the sight method is. The sight method is the method that the United States government implemented way back in the early 1950s when they threw out phonics. And this sight method at that point was called whole language. And the sight method today, what it is it's a bunch of words that some companies have come up with that are supposed to be words that we see a whole lot, and we have our children take these words, put them on flashcards, and just flash these cards at the child and have him memorize what the words look like. Well, that's not reading, that's memorizing. And there are so many terrible things that come from the sight method. One, they have bad comprehension. They can't spell because they don't know the phonics rules. And most children don't like to read because they're having to just try to remember what the words are. And then on top of that, the teacher tells them, oh, well, just look at the picture and try to figure out what the word is. See what makes sense. That's not reading. That's just guessing. And that's a bad habit to get started with. I have a video that I did. It's called Phonics versus Sight. You can go on our YouTube channel, which is Campbell Academy Online, and watch that video. And I go through the whole system and show you why it's a terrible thing to do. I hope that you'll watch that. It's really, really important. Most 3-year-olds are ready to read. I say most because there's some that aren't. For sure. I started teaching my daughter how to read when she was 3 years old, and she could read the newspaper by the time she was 4 years old. And her brother, it took him till he was about 5 to be a really great reader. And both of them, neither of them went to school outside of our home ever until they went to college at age 14. Our daughter got a full academic scholarship to SMU here in Dallas. And our son got a scholarship to Southeastern Oklahoma State University, where he majored in aviation, and then he got a position, a pilot position with the United States Marines. So we were very proud of him for that, both of them. And now two of my grandchildren have just started taking college courses too, and one is 14 and one is 15. I'm bragging on them because I want you to see that getting the basics, these reading, especially reading, down at an early age, it really, really works. And it helps your children to get off to the right start and be successful. I'm going to use my Pure Phonics course to show you how to get your child off at the right start. This is going to be assuming that this is a beginner child, and it's not going to look like much. It's not going to look like much. You're going to say, wow, that doesn't look like much. Well, it's because it's no nonsense. It's not games. It's real learning. So let me show you Pure Phonics 1. And you say, wow, there's only a few sounds on a whole page. Well, that's true. And the reason why is because imagine that you are eating dinner, and you've got some meat, and you've got a little vegetable, and you've got some fruit, and most of the time we eat a little bit of the meat, we eat a little bit of the vegetable, and then we eat a little bit of the fruit, or something along that combination. In other words, we're eating little bite-sized pieces, and then we go back and we eat a little bit more, and all of a sudden we've eaten the whole plate full. So we've eaten a big meal. It's the same thing with learning. You should always, and no matter what you're learning, whether it's reading or math or whatever, you take little bite-sized pieces and master those, and all of a sudden, you've learned a whole lot. So with Pure Phonics, that's what we do. We start out with just 3 sounds, and p. And that doesn't look like much, but remember, when a child's learning, they've got to learn just a little bit at a time and master it. The key is mastery. We work on just these 3 sounds, and each lesson has a video with it of me teaching it. So when you open the program, you see me on the video, and I'm going to teach the children all about and p. Nothing else but just those 3 sounds. I'm going to show them how to make the sounds. I'm going to show them how to write the sounds. It's so important to have your child hold the pencil correctly from the very outset, because it's so hard to change. It's almost impossible to change that pencil grip as time goes on. I show them how to make the sounds, to make the lowercase letters, and we're only dealing with lowercase. I have the capital letters here too, but we're not even working with those at this point. About 80% of what we read is lowercase. So we start with making the letters. I show this to you on the video. Let's take the letter H, for example, and we go down, up, and over the mountain, down, up, and over the mountain as we're making it. And the child says that out loud, and they have more fun. And then with the letter M, we go down, up, and over the mountain, down, up, and over the mountain. And, oh, they just have such a good time, and they're learning while they're making the sounds as well. I always suggest, in fact, it's a must. When you play the video lesson, you'll have two little PDFs that are right underneath the video. Before you even get started with the video, you need to print those. Just download those onto your computer and print them and put them out in front of you. Sit with your child. Never, ever, ever say, go watch the video. You sit with your child and go over the video with him. Sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times before he gets or she gets the sounds actually learned. When you're finished with that and you've done the printing, then make some little flashcards. I have big flashcards, but you can make some little flashcards of and and p. You can make some little ones with 3x5 cards. You can just chop those in half and make them even smaller. And take those flashcards with you everywhere you go. And take them out and flash them. And you'll be so surprised at how fast your child will learn the sounds. But it's very tempting to want to go on. But you don't do that. You stick with it until your child has them perfectly mastered. After you have watched the lesson 1 video and you've mastered the sounds of and p, and you've remembered not to say H says don't do that. Remember, we're just going to learn the lowercase letters, and we're not going to learn the names of the sounds either. It's just too much. They can only learn a little bit at a time. But we'll go back and we'll learn the capital letters as time goes on. But we're just going to do and and p. When we start lesson 2, it's also, oh, I forgot to tell you something. This is the sheet of printing. This is the tracing sheet. This is one of the PDFs. And when they're making the sounds, say it out loud, go down, up, and over the mountain, down, up, and over the mountain, and so forth. Now, this might look like too many letters at one time. So take your paper and fold it a little bit, so maybe he only does 2 lines at a time, and then come back, rest, and come back and do a couple more. But make sure that your child completes the entire page. That's part of learning. When you start the next lesson, you're going to learn 3 more sounds because this is part of our bite-sized learning. We're going to learn S, W, and T. I'm going to say them again. S, W, and T. Again, you sit down with your child. First thing you're going to do is print off your PDFs so that they're right there in front of you. This is one of them. It's going to look like this. The other one is going to be your tracing page. It looks like this. And you're going to have both of those out in front of you, and you sit down with your child and watch the video lesson and practice the sounds and practice making the letters and make 3 more flashcards. You'll have your 3 from lesson 1 and you'll have your 3 from this lesson. So now you'll have 6 cards. Mix them all together with the first 3 and you'll have all 6 cards. Take them with you wherever you go. If you're in the doctor's office, if you're in the car driving, if you are, but keep your eye on the road. If you are, if they're in the bathtub, it's great time to flash the flashcards at them. But wherever you are, practice, practice, practice. Do you know I even have had families who've gone on vacation and they take their Pure Phonics with them and their flashcards, and they watch the videos. I had one family that went to Hawaii. They sent me pictures of the children practicing their flashcards and doing their Pure Phonics on the balcony of their hotel overlooking the beach. They had to do it before they got to go to the beach. So that was real dedication. So take them with you everywhere you go. As soon as you have learned all the sounds, or your child has learned all the sounds of lesson 1, H, M, and P, the 3 sounds of lesson 2, S, W, and T, although we're not going to tell the children the names of them, I'm just saying them. Then you're going to go to lesson 3. And this is going to be so much fun. You're going to be so excited because they're going to learn 2 letters, just 2 letters. And I want you to be especially careful to note the difference between the sound of R and ER, because R does not say It does not say It says R. We hear rabbit. We don't hear rabbit, do we? And the word ring. We don't hear ring. And we hear ring. We hear a R sound at the beginning. So we want to make sure that we say the sounds correctly. And I show you all of this on the video lessons. And then the first short vowel sound, A. We don't worry about A right now. We just learn A. And so now you're going to have 8 flashcards because you're going to have the 3 from lesson 1, the 3 from lesson 2, and these 2. So we'll have 8 flashcards to be practicing with. And once your child knows all 8 of those sounds perfectly, we're going to start reading words. And this you're going to get really excited about. You'll be able to start sounding out from left to right. At, hat. And if the words are a little bit too small, you can write them again on your paper, or you can take your flashcards and put them together to make the words, however you want to do it. But make sure that you go at and blend it together. Hat. And if your child gets it the first time, woohoo! If he doesn't get it the second time, don't worry about it. Keep trying until he gets it, and then celebrate big time. Maybe a special cookie would be in order. So have a really good time. Do not go on until all of these are learned. But stop if he gets this, the word hat. If it takes him a week to get it, that's okay. But because it's not a race, it's mastery. We want to make sure that we wait until he can sound out all the words on this page. So when you get this is the lesson 3, but remember, every time you go to a new lesson, you always stop and review. Reviewing is so important, so always go back and review. Remember the little bite-sized pieces, and don't try to do too much at one time. And the words that I have on lesson 3 are the words that are made up of the 8 sounds that we've talked about tonight. Don't try to add any other words to these. Just use the ones that I have on the lesson 3. If you have a magnetic board that has magnetic letters, you can use those for making the words. If you have a Scrabble game, you can use the little tiles that go with the Scrabble game. You can put them out on the desk or on the table and put those in order of hat, mat, map, that type of a thing, and practice with those. That's a little hint or trick for you as well. You know, most of this may not look like too much, but you've got to remember that your child is learning how to learn. He doesn't know how to learn. He's learning how to learn. He's learning he's got to do just a little bit at a time, and he's got to work at it until he gets it, and in the end, it's going to be so much fun for him. He's just got to stick with it till he learns how to read. Teaching your child it correctly the first time is so important because you only get one chance to do it right. And with the Pure Phonics method that I have here, your child's going to become a great reader. He's going to become great at comprehension, and he's going to be great at spelling, and most of all, he's going to love learning. I wish that we had time tonight to do all of the steps of how to teach your child how to read, but we don't have time. And I just want you to remember that you're going to see fast results. It's going to be amazing, but don't go too fast. And I'm never very far away. If you need help, all you have to do is email me, and I will be happy to get back to you. If you need a phone call, I'll be happy to call you as well. Also, my daughter, Kelly Smuts, who's the author of Pure Math, and I are going to be in Kansas City at the expo in March. And we'll have a booth, and we would love to see you. And we're both guest speakers as well. Kelly's speaking on Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. I'm speaking at 1:30 on Friday. I hope that you all will come to see us. So I would like to take a few questions right now, and we will see if we can answer a few questions and have the drawing. And I really do thank you all for coming. Very, very much. So let's take a question. Do you have the question? Okay. I'm going to be given some questions here so that I know what to answer. I see a few people who are writing on here, but I'm sorry I can't see it up against our background. Don't forget to go to our email. It's Campbell Academy Online at gmail.com, and send us your name and your child's age and your email address so that you can be in the get the discount code. I do see one person says, how long does it take each day? Again, children, have a very, very, very small attention span. So I suggest with the reading, I would start maybe with 5 minutes, 8 minutes, something like that to get started. And if they're having fun, keep going. If they're getting tired, just stop, do something else for a few minutes, and then come back to it. One of the things that you can do that's kind of fun is set your timer on your phone, and you can tell your child, when the buzzer goes off, we're going to be finished, and we get to go out and play. And if you've done really, really well. Most of the time you don't have to even say if you've done really well. If they get too tired, just stop. Make it about 5 minutes, and then the next time make it 10 minutes, and then add a few minutes every single time until you build up. Most of the time that works really, really well. And let's see. Lesson 1 starts with and lesson 2. Are those most what? I'm sorry, I'm trying to see the questions.
Is this something you can do as a group, or do you recommend doing phonics one-on-one with each?
I would do phonics one-on-one with your child. I would sit down with him, give him your absolute undivided attention. That's what homeschooling is for, so that you can build this parent-teacher relationship with your child and enjoy being with one another and really learning. That's the way you should do it. I know that when our son comes home, he's a pilot with American Airlines now, and so he's gone a lot. But when he comes home, he often says to his daddy and me, "Thank you so much for teaching me at home. It's made all the difference in the world. You're giving me that special attention." So I would try to do that. Now, if you have another child, I would let them, by all means, just sit in and listen, and they will pick it up as well. And that's another good thing about Pure Phonics. Once you purchase it, it's yours. You get to have it forever and ever and ever. And you can use it for all of your children. You never have to buy it again. Somebody asked, would this work for a 5-year-old? You bet. Absolutely. When I say it's good for a 3-year-old, I mean it can be good for a 3-year-old. Your child might not be ready to read until he's 4 or 5 years old. Or maybe it's not that he isn't ready to read. It's just that, you just hadn't been able to get around to teaching him to read. But, oh, yes, 5-year-olds, they're going to pick it up very quickly, too. Any other? Is there a reason why I started with H, M, and P? That's a good question. Yes, there is, because those the 8 letters that I told you about, H, M, P, S, W, T, R, and A, those particular letters make so many different words. That's why I started with those. That's the reason. Let's see. Sorry, I missed the beginning. Oh, okay. Well, we
recorded on the Midwest Parent. This is going to be on the Midwest Parent.
Oh, yes,
it's on YouTube as well too.
The recording is going to be on the Midwest Parent website. So you'll be able to go back and watch anything that you missed at the very beginning.
As well as YouTube. I think we're going to have this on YouTube.
Oh, we'll also have it on our YouTube page as well, which is Campbell Academy Online. And don't forget to watch Phonics versus Sight. That's really, really important to understand. Any more questions? Let's see, I think there's another one coming in. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to have yes. Thank you, Christy Hall, for all your comments. I see that you've made several comments. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that. And
one more question.
Okay. Do you see more people using phonics nowadays as opposed to the sight word approach? That's another really good question. Unfortunately, we're seeing so many people using the sight method. That's because they really don't know the difference. They see the schools, the public schools and the private schools in our area are using the sight method, and mixed with a little bit of phonics. I think some of the parents are starting to hear about phonics and to see that it's important, and so they're mixing it with the sight method, which is not good. But we're trying to get the word out to people. Use phonics, real phonics, and that's why I called my program Pure Phonics. Oh, the winner of the giveaway is Christy Hall. Yay, good, excellent. Be sure and email us, if you would, at our Campbell Academy Online at gmail.com, if you would. Yay, I'm so happy. And the giveaway is a Pure Phonics 1 course. I hope you enjoy it and that you can use that for a long time with your child. And if you have any questions, any at all, I'd love to help you. So just be sure and email me or send me your phone number, whatever, and I'll give you a buzz and we'll work through any problems that you have or any questions that you might have. Well, I think that we are over time, and it's time to wrap up. Thank you all so much for coming this evening. I hope that what I had to say to you was something that will help you, and that the words have been some sort of wisdom that will help you to get, and I hope that you have a wonderful year homeschooling. And please come see us at the expo in March. We would love for you to come. Bring your children by too, if you're working, especially if you've been working on Pure Phonics, and show us what you've done. We'd love that. Okay, well, thank you so much, and have a good night.